shock to new parents when they get their first placement and they have a lot of ideas about what they're going to do and how they're going to help and how they're going to make a difference. And they do. In the long run, there's no words for the difference they make, but it doesn't look the way they envision it to look often.
It has to be more about the child than it is about you, what you can get out of it, And it's challenging. We have children with different disabilities. And sometimes I'm sure that, that's challenging and it changes your home somewhat, But if you're willing and you're flexible, the bottom line is your heart and love for the child.
Once they get through that hurdle of, okay, this isn't going to happen in a week, this isn't going to happen in a month, then parents then can appreciate all the little wonderful rewards and see the process.
I decided to become a foster parent because I love kids for number one. And I know that there were a lot of kids out there that needed someone. And I felt like that I was the person because I can relate to some of their problems.
I just felt like that I knew that there was a great, great need. And instead of saying what someone else should do, I felt like I needed to do it myself. Then I can go out and recruit others.
When fostering, the goal is always for the child to go back with the parent or other resources. So if you can work with the biological parents or the family, it's beautiful.
Some kids don't have a mom or a dad, and you're able to be a part of their lives.
What Kennedy Krieger is doing has, it's great.
We deal with mostly therapeutic type children, but by and large, even for them, I think they excel a little bit better by being in foster care more so than some type of institution.
You have to love kids. I mean, you have to be a kid person. There's people out there that are kid people and people out there that are not.
The most challenging part is when you first get them into your home and you're trying to correct them and they hollering and screaming and calling you a whole bunch of names. I know when I first became this was like, what am I going to do or how am I going to handle this,
Every day is a challenge. Every day is a challenge. Just to get her on the right track is a challenge. But at the end of the day, it's worth it.
It's work. It's a lot of work. And it's their appointments, I have a calendar that is just full. Every month, I have to put everything on the calendar. It's like my best friend in the whole world.
But there's a lot of support. There's always a number we can call.
The support that you get from the counselors and the social workers, the pager number for emergencies, they're right there. Whenever you have a problem with a child, they're right there.
But just knowing that you can make a phone call and 15 minutes later you'll have somebody call you back saying, okay, this is what's going on. It really means a lot.
Someone is available at any time of the day or night. You feel you want to talk to someone if there's a crisis.
I was saying with permanency planning, the children have often birth family involvement, and that's a whole new ballgame for many foster parents, having to work with not only a child in isolation, but their whole family system and their whole family history. And that's challenging and it's intimidating, and I think that a large part of our role as social workers and the support we offer is that specifically.
When you see this kid grow up to be calm, cool, it's not on medication, and the anger has ceased or died down, and to become a man or a person that you like, wow, I never believed he would be this person, or either graduate from school, because I do have one that graduated from school.
The first foster child I have, which he's now my son, I adopted him, and he came when he was almost 5 years, and he was very, very, very ill. very medically fragile, just unbelievable. And now to see him, he's a teenager, he's a regular teenager, want to do regular teenage things. He talks the lingo, he does the dances, and it's really amazing to see him come from that point to where he is now. I mean, it's almost like a miracle.
We have a little boy who we're fostering, but we're going to adopt. The adoption process has started. And last year and the year before, he had to get in a wheelchair and be lifted up on the bus. He couldn't walk. He wasn't included with the other children. And that's a big part, getting on the bus is exciting. But this year, he walked on that bus.
And now she's doing so much, involved in activities, school, church, community. And just the joy that I get from just listening to her, talk about the things that she has done and things that she wants to do and what she wants to do with her life.
The best part is seeing the progress in the children. When you're seeing them go from point A to point B to point C, seeing them make milestones is very rewarding.
It makes you real happy to see where you've brought a kid from. You can look back at the picture and see what he looked like when he came to your house, and you can look at him and see how they are leaving. And sometimes they're looking real good.